LPBW's Tori Roloff admits she feels nervous about daughter's upcoming surgery to treat severe sleep apnea. In a heartfelt and emotional update shared with fans, Little People, Big World star Tori Roloff opened up about her concerns regarding her daughter Layla's upcoming surgery. The procedure is intended to treat Layla's recently diagnosed severe sleep apnea, a condition that has already begun affecting the toddler's health and development. While medical professionals have recommended the surgery as a necessary step toward improving Layla's quality of life, Tori admits she is feeling and overwhelmed by the situation. The news comes at a time when the Roloff family, comprised of Tori, husband Zach Roloff, and their two children Layla and Jackson, is navigating one of the most challenging chapters of their lives. Known for their resilience and openness on Little People, Big World, which chronicles the everyday experiences of the Roloff family, Tori and Zach have always been candid about the realities of raising children with dwarfism. However, this new medical concern adds another layer of complexity to their parenting journey. Layla Roloff, now 2 years old, was recently diagnosed with severe obstructive sleep apnea after undergoing a sleep study. According to medical experts, sleep apnea in children can lead to serious complications if left untreated, including developmental delays, behavioral issues, and even cardiovascular problems. In Layla's case, doctors believe the severity of her condition warrants surgical intervention, a decision not made lightly by either the family or the medical team. While Tori and Zach are working closely with specialists to ensure their daughter receives the best possible care, the emotional toll of preparing for surgery has been difficult for both parents, especially Tori. In a recent social media post, Tori shared a vulnerable message with her followers, explaining how anxious she feels despite knowing the surgery is in Layla's best interest. "I'm trying to stay strong, but I won't lie, I'm nervous," Tori wrote alongside a photo of Layla sleeping peacefully. "This isn't an easy thing to go through as a parent. Watching your child struggle to breathe while they're asleep is terrifying. We've known for a while that something wasn't right, and now we finally have answers. But knowing what needs to be done doesn't make it any easier." Obstructive sleep apnea occurs when the airway becomes partially or completely blocked during sleep, leading to pauses in breathing that can last from a few seconds to minutes. In children with dwarfism, particularly those with achondroplasia, the most common form of short-limb dwarfism, structural differences in the skull and upper airway can increase the risk of developing OSA. According to pediatric specialists, children with achondroplasia often have smaller nasal passages, larger tongues relative to the size of their mouths, and narrower airways, all of which can contribute to breathing difficulties during sleep. Additionally, the presence of adenoids and tonsils that are proportionally larger compared to the surrounding anatomy can further obstruct airflow. For Layla, these anatomical factors combined with other symptoms such as snoring, restless sleep, and daytime fatigue led her doctors to recommend a tonsillectomy and adenoidectomy. These procedures involve removing the tonsils and adenoids tissues located at the back of the throat and nose that are commonly implicated in childhood cases of OSA. Dr. Amanda Hartman, a pediatric pulmonologist who specializes in treating children with genetic conditions, explained the importance of timely intervention. When we see signs of severe sleep apnea in young children, especially those with underlying conditions like achondroplasia, we know we need to act quickly, she said. Untreated OSA can affect everything from cognitive development to growth and heart function. Surgery isn't a decision we take lightly, but in many cases, it can be life-changing. For Tori Roloff, who has been open about her own struggles with anxiety and perfectionism over the years, facing yet another medical hurdle with her child has brought up a whirlwind of emotions. She described the experience of watching Layla struggle to breathe at night as heartbreaking and surreal. "She's so little, and I just want to protect her from everything," Tori shared. But sometimes, the hardest part of being a parent is realizing you can't fix everything yourself. You have to trust the doctors, trust the process, and hope for the best. Zach Roloff echoed his wife's sentiments, admitting that seeing Layla hooked up to monitoring equipment during her sleep study was a sobering moment. "It was hard not to feel helpless," he told fans during a recent live Q&A session. "We knew going into parenthood that there would be challenges, but this one really hit us hard. Still, we're committed to doing whatever it takes to give her the healthiest life possible." Despite the emotional weight of the situation, both Tori and Zach have remained focused on staying informed and involved in Layla's treatment plan. They've worked closely with a multidisciplinary team of pediatric specialists, including ENTs, pulmonologists, and anesthesiologists, to ensure that every precaution is taken before, during, and after the surgery. As the day of the procedure approaches, the Roloffs are taking steps to prepare themselves and their daughter for what lies ahead. Layla will undergo surgery under general anesthesia, and while the operation itself is relatively routine, the family is aware that recovery may present its own set of challenges. Post-operative pain management, hydration, and ensuring proper healing are all key components of the recovery process. For a toddler, these aspects can be especially difficult, as discomfort may lead to resistance in eating or drinking. Tori and Zach have already spoken with Layla's medical team about strategies to manage these potential hurdles, including soft food options, pain medications, and close monitoring for any signs of complications. Additionally, the Roloffs have leaned heavily on their support system, including extended family and friends, to help them through this period. They've also received an outpouring of love and encouragement from fans, of many of whom have followed the Roloff family's journey for years and consider them a source of inspiration. "It means so much to hear from people who understand what we're going through," Tori said. "So many families have gone through similar situations with their kids, and their words of encouragement remind us that we're not alone in this." While the next few weeks will undoubtedly be filled with emotional highs and lows, the Roloffs remain hopeful that Layla's surgery will bring relief and improvement to her overall health. If successful, the procedure should alleviate her sleep disturbances, allowing her to rest more soundly and wake up feeling refreshed. Beyond the physical benefits, Tori and Zach are eager to see how improved sleep might positively impact Layla's mood, energy levels, and developmental milestones. They've already noticed subtle changes since beginning preparations for the surgery, simply from knowing a solution is within reach. "We're trying to stay positive," Tori said. "I know this is the right choice, and I know Layla is in good hands. It's just hard to see your baby go through anything, even if it's for the best. But I believe she's going to come out of this stronger than ever," Zach added. "We've learned over the years that our kids are resilient. They surprise you with how well they handle things. Layla is no exception. She's got spunk, and she's got fight. I know she'll get through this just fine." The Roloff family story continues to resonate with audiences around the world, not only because of their unique experiences, but also because of the universal themes they represent: love, resilience, and the unbreakable bond between parent and child. Through Little People, Big World viewers have witnessed the Roloffs navigate countless challenges, from personal milestones to public scrutiny. Each chapter has offered valuable lessons about perseverance, acceptance, and the power of family. Now, as they prepare for Layla's surgery, the Roloffs are once again reminding fans that vulnerability is not a weakness, it's a testament to strength. In sharing their journey so openly, Tori and Zach are giving voice to countless parents who face similar fears and uncertainties when it comes to their children's health. Their transparency fosters connection, understanding, and reassurance that no one has to walk through these moments alone. As the Roloff family braces for the days ahead, their commitment to each other and to their children remains unwavering. And while the road may be bumpy, their love serves as the guiding light that will carry them forward, one step, one breath, and one peaceful night of sleep at a time. Big World's Matt Roloff selling family's famous farm, a launchpad for big dreams. For nearly 2 decades, the Roloff family has captivated audiences around the world with their inspiring journey on TLC's hit reality series Little People, Big World. From navigating life with dwarfism to managing a thriving farm in Oregon, the Roloffs have become synonymous with resilience, determination, and family unity. At the center of it all was the sprawling 30-acre Roloff Farm in Hillsboro, Oregon, a place that served not only as the backdrop for the show, but also as a symbol of perseverance and hard work. However, after years of being a cornerstone of both the Roloff legacy and the show itself, longtime patriarch Matt Roloff recently made the emotional decision to sell the beloved family farm. This move, while bittersweet, marks the end of an era and the beginning of a new chapter for the Roloff family. In announcing the sale, Matt described the property as a launchpad for big dreams, acknowledging its role in shaping the lives of his children and serving as a beacon of hope for viewers everywhere. The Roloff Farm first gained national attention when Little People, Big World premiered in 2006. The show followed the daily lives of Matt and his then-wife Amy Roloff, both of whom have achondroplasia, the most common form of dwarfism. Alongside their 4 children, Jacob, Zach, Molly, and Jeremy, the Roloffs shared their unique experiences living on a working farm, managing business ventures, and overcoming personal and societal challenges. The farm became more than just a home. It was a testament to what could be achieved through grit and determination. Matt, who had spent decades designing and building accessible equipment for farming, used the land to showcase innovation and inclusivity. His custom-designed tractors and tools allowed him to operate the farm efficiently despite his stature, proving that physical limitations need not define one's capabilities. Over the years, the farm hosted pumpkin patches, corn mazes, and community events, drawing visitors from across the Pacific Northwest. It wasn't just a tourist attraction. It was a platform for advocacy, education, and empowerment. The Roloff story resonated deeply with fans, many of whom found inspiration in their ability to thrive against the odds. After more than 40 years of ownership, the decision to sell the Roloff Farm did not come easily. For Matt Roloff, the timing felt right. "This farm has given us so much," he told reporters during a recent interview. "It raised our kids, supported our dreams, and gave us a voice on a national stage. But now it's time for someone else to write their own story here." There were several factors behind the decision. First and foremost, Matt has grown older, and maintaining a large property has become increasingly challenging. While he remains active and entrepreneurial, the physical demands of running a farm are no small feat. Additionally, the Roloff children have grown up and moved on to pursue their own careers and families, meaning fewer hands to help manage the day-to-day operations. Moreover, the pandemic brought about significant changes in how people interact with land and outdoor spaces, with increased interest in rural properties and lifestyle changes prompting urban dwellers to seek quieter, more self-sustaining environments. The market for farmland, like the Roloff estate, is particularly strong. "I've always believed in planting seeds for the future," Matt said. "Selling this land feels like planting a new seed, one that will grow into something meaningful for another family or entrepreneur." Letting go of the farm was not just a logistical decision, it was an emotional one. For the Roloffs, the property represented decades of memories, milestones, and moments of triumph. It was where they celebrated birthdays, harvested crops, and filmed countless episodes of their show. It was also where they weathered storms, both literal and metaphorical, including the eventual divorce between Matt and Amy in 2017, which added another layer of complexity to the family narrative. In interviews, Matt has reflected on the deep connection he feels to the land. "This isn't just dirt and trees to me," he explained. "It's part of who I am. Every row I plowed, every fence I fixed, every barn I built, those were all steps toward building a life that mattered." Still, he acknowledges that holding on to the past too tightly can prevent growth. "Sometimes you have to let go of something beautiful to make room for something better," he said. While selling the farm may feel like the closing of a chapter, for Matt Roloff, it's more like turning the page to begin a new one. Known for his entrepreneurial spirit, he has already launched new ventures and continues to speak publicly about disability rights, agriculture, and adaptive technology. In recent years, Matt has focused on consulting and mentoring others who want to break barriers in farming and accessibility. He's also been involved in real estate development projects aimed at creating inclusive communities for people of all abilities. His passion for innovation remains undiminished, and he sees the sale of the farm as an opportunity to invest in these forward-looking initiatives. "I'm not retiring," he joked during a social media Q&A. "I'm just shifting gears. There's still so much I want to do, and now I have the freedom to do it." As for retirement plans, Matt says he intends to travel more, spend time with his grandchildren, and continue advocating for causes close to his heart. "Life doesn't stop because you sell a piece of land," he said. "If anything, it gives you the chance to dream bigger." While the Roloff name will forever be associated with the property, the next owner will undoubtedly bring fresh energy and vision to the land. According to real estate listings, the 30-acre parcel includes a main house, multiple outbuildings, orchards, gardens, and space for agricultural expansion. Its location near Portland makes it attractive not only to traditional farmers, but also to eco-conscious buyers interested in sustainable living or agritourism. Real estate experts speculate that the property could be redeveloped into a wellness retreat, educational farm, or even a short-term rental destination. Given its history and popularity, there is potential for it to remain a cultural touchstone in some capacity. Whoever buys the farm will inherit not only land, but a legacy one built on resilience, family, and the belief that greatness comes in all sizes. Since news of the sale broke, fans of Little People, Big World have taken to social media to express their gratitude and nostalgia. Many credit the show with changing their perspectives on disability, family dynamics, and rural life. For them, the Roloff Farm was more than just a TV set, it was a source of comfort and inspiration. One fan wrote, "Growing up watching your show taught me that differences aren't weaknesses. Thank you for showing us what real strength looks like." Another added, "The farm was like a second home to me. I'll miss seeing it on the show, but I'm excited to see what's next for your family." Matt Roloff has responded warmly to the outpouring of support. "We're incredibly grateful for the love and encouragement we've received over the years," he said. "That's what made all the hard work worthwhile, knowing we were making a difference." His children, too, have expressed mixed emotions about the sale. While they acknowledge the significance of the farm in shaping who they are today, they also recognize that life moves forward. Jacob Roloff, who once ran the family's pumpkin patch business, commented, "The memories will always stay with us. That's something no one can take away." As the Roloff Farm prepares for new ownership, it leaves behind a rich tapestry of stories, struggles, and successes. From humble beginnings to international fame, the Roloffs have proven that with courage, creativity, and compassion, anything is possible. Selling the farm does not mean the end of the Roloff legacy, rather, it signifies the continuation of a journey that has always been about growth, adaptation, and dreaming big. As Matt Roloff aptly put it, the farm was never just land, it was a launchpad for big dreams. And now, as one chapter closes, another begins, not only for the Roloff family, but for whoever steps onto that soil next. May they find the same sense of purpose, belonging, and possibility that made the Roloff Farm such a special place for so many. A farm is not just a place, it's a promise. A promise that if you plant with care, nurture with patience, and believe in the impossible, you'll reap rewards beyond measure. Matt